Let's see. Now you got sound. Thank you so much, Irish Fitz, for catching that for me. You know, if you, Jeffrey Chapman, good morning. Thank you for speaking up. Is there audio now? I think there's audio now. I'm seeing audio on my little bar here in OBS. So let's see if there's sound now. Yeah, I think there's sound now. There we go. Gotcha now. Thanks a lot, Irish Fitz and Jeffrey Chapman. If you're new to my channel, okay, let's start over again. At least I didn't go 15 minutes this time. You know, that's one of the things about being an independent music producer and YouTuber and everything else is, you know, I got no tech support here. I am the tech support. So yeah, a lot on my shoulders. Let me start again. It is January the 12th, 2022. And from a Gen Xer, I turned 56 this month, from a Gen Xer who never thought the world would exist past the 1980s or so, or the 90s even. 2022 is even with everything going on, that gives me so much hope, you know? Hashtag replay squad. If you're watching the replay, down in the comments, stay to the end and I might say something really interesting. I love getting comments. I love my live viewers. I love my replay viewers. There are so many things you could be doing with your time and yet you choose to spend it with me. That means a lot. Thank you so much. It is 9 a.m. on the West Coast, best coast. It is 12 noon on the East Coast, 11 in Central, and 10 in Mountain. Love all my time zones. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning in Adelaide, Australia, where my partner Cricket Fox is. We got a show coming up next week, next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. West Coast, Tuesday night on the Manhattan Fox Hour channel. Check us out. And today we are doing music production. I'd like to think I'm educating people, but actually this just makes me accountable for creating music in a time that is kind of hard to really get motivated to do anything, isn't it? Today is National Hot Tea Day. If you're not a hot tea drinker, I invite you to try some hot tea. It comes in so many different varieties. You can get herbal teas that can help you physically. All right, working on bass stuff. Yeah. I am drinking a nice Signature Select, which is our Safeway store brand. Hi, making sick beats. Oh, that's funny. But I'm drinking a nice black tea here in my Yoda cup that I got for Christmas from my children, who love me very much. On a special note, I have a prayer request. It might sound odd to you, but deal with me. My grand kitty. I don't have grandchildren. I have grandkitties and a grand bunny, and one of my grandkitties is going in for surgery this morning. The kitty's had a lump on its tail that's been causing it some distress, so they're going to do some exploratory surgery on the poor kitty's tail to find out what's wrong with it. So if you, however you communicate with whatever you see the universal power to be, if you could put in a communication, a good word from my grand kitty, Reese's, I would appreciate it. We're all in prayer and thoughts. They're dropping it off at the vet as we speak. So, yeah, thoughts and prayers for my grand kitty. Sorry, I'm not batting at strange things. I have a few fruit flies that hang around my house and trying to get rid of them. Vinegar in a jar works well. But anyway, yeah, sick beats, right? Since it is National Tea Day, I was going to try to do something. I downloaded some MIDIs that were from old player piano scrolls and stuff, but I waited too late to do that this morning, and I just couldn't catch a vibe. So I put those aside. We're just going to make some music here. Also, real quick, one more announcement, and then we'll get to making music. TheLivePlace.com. The Live Place is your YouTube live streamer guide for family-friendly live streamers on YouTube. And if you go to the page, you will see there is somebody live streaming at all hours of the day and night. We have some UK live streamers too. And they live stream about travel, theme parks, lifestyle, RVs, cruises, community, family game, Turkish apple tea. All right. I remember that. I remember you talking about that you like Turkish apple tea. I know, Jeff, you're not a coffee drinker, so tea is your go-to. But the Live Place has listings of, if you are interested in it, there's somebody streaming about it. My music stream here is on the Live Place. My partner channel, Cricket Fox, they go live like once a month on Tuesday nights. They are on the Live Place. The Manhattan Fox Hour is on the Live Place, plus some really fantastic streamers like Resort TV 1. They do live streams from the Orlando area theme parks and Orlando area features and fun stuff. So anytime, just get rid of the network TV and go to liveplace.com, set up your evening schedule, and watch some really good live streamers. That is a good point, DJ Kenneth. God, I don't even know what to call you now. I call you so many different names in so many different places. But yeah, I used to be a heavy coffee drinker. But with my age and my health, as we get older, we tend to shy away from the coffee a little bit because it affects our sleep, and my sleep is precious to me. So I switched to tea, but I grew up drinking tea. My grandmother, who raised me most of the time, was a tea drinker. And I have a teapot collection that I thought about doing a video of them today for National Hot Tea Day, but stuff happens. Real quick, a life update. I am attempting to become employed with my son's school district. However, in Western Washington, we are having a severe outbreak of the pandemic. There's so many variants and strains, and now they are commingling and becoming partnered strains and all this other stuff. And so we've been out of society for about 2 weeks because of it. And my son hopefully will go back to school next week. Hopefully the school will be hiring, but then again, we have some schools in a neighboring town up in Seattle that are going back to remote learning. So it's all up in the air. Nobody knows what's going on. Again, another little prayer request. If you could speak to the universe, however you see the universe, and put in a word that, hey, I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing my part, but something needs to give. You know what I mean? But anyway, so let's make some music. Let's do something. I was gonna start with a loop, but I wasn't. So we're just going to, let's just start with some strings, shall we? Let's change the instrument. Let's go over here. I'm using Mixcraft 9 Recording Studio 64-bit build 462. It came with a lot of stock sounds, as you can see here. I've got some VST instruments I added. There's devices. There's all sorts of stuff. I just like the stock stuff that they've got here for what I do. If I was trying to sell this for sync licensing or stuff like that, then yeah, I would invest in some of the more expensive packs, but I'm a poor girl. I ain't got the money, so I use the stock sounds, and you know, if you put the right effects on them, they sound very, very good. So yeah, I need to find I need to change this real quick. Properties. It's set to default. We need it set to that. Save. There we go. Now you got some strings going, right? Yeah. I mean, there's people who I feel stock sounds are ignored. Yeah, exactly. I feel they're ignored. People think it's kind of like your car that you drive. And why do you drive your car? Why do you drive the car you drive? Did you get an all-terrain vehicle to handle the weather in your area or to haul stuff in because you go up to the mountains? Did you get a fancy sports car because you work downtown and you need a lot of flash? Or like me, did you get the cheapest little economy thing because it goes when you push the gas, it stops when you push the brake, and when you turn the wheel, it goes where you want it to go? That's my idea for a car. And that's how I look at these plugins too, your stock sounds. The stock sounds do what I want them to do. It sounds like a string. I'm looking at, this is a go-to for me sometimes. Ooh, that's pretty spacey. Let's go to the soft pads. This is a group of them. They're called Ambient Wind. They're very, very wet in their reverb. And I like them, but... Okay, I think... See how they're very, very wet in the sound. Ambient wind. That's what we're going to start with. I think I want to work in E minor today. That's the natural minor. Yeah, I'm not going to go and hit all the different, theory. Music theory. Quick diatribe on music theory. I took music theory in college. All the theories I could take in college. But at the time, the music wasn't as experimental as it is today. You don't have to know music theory to make music. If it sounds good, if it feels good. New Jax, my honey. Thank you so much for the chat the other day. Really feeling good. You might hear some stuff from me and New Jax later next year. 2023. That's our year. But anyway, let's just, I'm going to, what have I got this set on? I don't want to play back, but I like to use a metronome just to keep me in mind. I've set it 90 beats per minute, 4/4 time signature. Quit talking, Tasha, make music. We're going to arm the track. We're just going to arm it. There we go. And let's make sure we're butted up to the end. And let's just make some sound. We got a nice little section here. I'm going to go in and manually quantize, which means line everything up. That's one thing that does frustrate me about music production. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in all these technical terms. It took me, let me put it this way. It took me a good 2 years to figure out what compression did. Because yes, I took theory of sound. I understand amplitude, modulation, the wavelengths, all this different stuff. I understand how all that works. That was a stress. Oh, good. That was a stretch for me. But too many times we give things really technical names and stuff like that. When it comes down to it, it's actually a very simple explanation. And I think that's I'm gonna go out on. Somebody told me the other day, you're bold and honest, and sometimes that puts people off. So I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I think sometimes there's been some gatekeeping in the music engineering and music production department, in that they would give everything special terms. And that way, if you were talking to someone and they understood your special terms, then they were in the secret club. And I am more of a music is for everyone, however you can make it. I can't play the guitar anymore. I can't do the piano anymore. I can't, I've never sat down at a trap drum set, but I guarantee you I can make a very good drum line by hand. I just don't do it on camera. But, all these technical terms. So let's listen up, let's disarm the track, and let's make it a loop so we can listen to it over and over and figure out what we're going to do with it. Too loud, but that's all right. That's all right, because there we go. Add a virtual instrument. Yeah. And the thing is, they're not tricks. They have special language for those tricks. Want another string here? I think I do, but I don't know. Maybe, yeah. What am I looking for? String solo. Stop this. Let's turn off our looper thing. Let's stretch this out this way for a block. This is going to be our pedal kind of thing. Ostinato, if you want a technical term for it. See, what I'm trying to do is take classical pencil and paper composition and transcribe it digitally, kind of reverse engineering it. So let's just play around with the cello part. I know what key I'm in. I'm in A. Nope. Gotta make sure we get that F sharp in there and that minor, because it's the minor of G. And G has an F sharp. So, and if you're wondering why I'm playing on this end of the keyboard, I need a new MIDI keyboard because I lost everything from A flat to E flat up there. So, but I like this low with the low thing. We're gonna set it in the background and tuck it. Anyway, shut up and play. There we go. Backwards. Try again. That's another thing I love about this. There we go. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, got the notes down. Now we go in and clean them up a little bit. First off, let's make them all the same pitch. We can make it louder and softer as we like, but this is just for this. I wanted that. There we go. Now let's see how that sounds. Let's disarm that track and see how this sounds. Sounds like I did the same thing over again, didn't I? Med game. Just a second. Hi, Med Game. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate you. Haven't seen you in ages. Hope to see you soon. All right. So.
Watch the game disc.
All right. Give me a second here. I gotta wash a game disc for the boy. CJ, come here. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Come over here. See, there's where you got to come down here. Come down here. Come down here. See, there's the camera. You got to look at the camera. No, look at the camera.
Hi,
now,
everybody.
Hi, everybody. That's my boy. He just turned 16 last Thursday. And he's such a good boy. I love my boy. So, before you come at me for how I clean a disc, this is how I've been doing it forever. A wet wipe or Dawn dish soap and a soft cloth to dry it off. And I do this because my son is forever touching his DVDs, his game discs with sticky fingers. So I'm constantly cleaning them. And it works for us. All right, let's see. There we go. He is playing Disney Sing It Party Hits. There you go. Put your finger in the middle. There you go. Thank you, dude. All right. Sorry about that. My son comes first. Yeah. All right. So I don't... So maybe we need to change this, or... Maybe I just need to record it again because I don't like that line, because I did exactly the same thing I did for the other. Let's try that again. We're having fun, right? I want some contrary motion. Since the ambient wind, the low strings, the string pad is moving up, I think I want the cello to move down. There we go. That's what I think I want it to do. Some contrary. Totally lost my time and everything. I got distracted. Try this again. 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's what I wanted. I got distracted. Yeah, wholesome. You know, he keeps me going. It's just me and him. He and I. He and me. Him and me. English these days, right? It's just the two of us, and we've our caregiver has been out with the vid, and prayers for her that she recovers soon, because it's really doing a number on her. She's really sick. So it's the two of us, and we are kind of like roommates, you know. But I love my boy. I got a shirt the other day that says, "I am his voice and he is my heart." And his shirt's coming that says, "I don't speak much because I'm brilliant and I'm too busy thinking." And I love that. I love that. All right, so let's see what we got here. There we go. See, we got the contrary motion going. There's two ways to do harmony in my book. The first way is you set an interval, so if the melody note is la, your harmony note would be la, or whatever. 4-part, like hymns. Like singing hymns with alto and soprano and tenor and bass. The other way of doing harmony, for me, is contrary motion, where you move one line up and one line down, and it pushes you forward to a goal. So let's go ahead and we'll lay that down. Now we need something a little higher, but a little more mellow. And I'll bring that in at this place right here, this next section. Oh, what instrument do we want? What sound do we want next? Do we want to stick with the strings? Let's stick with the strings. But let's get a viola, because I want to keep this more on the darker side for some reason. It's just feeling dark to me. That would be cool. Start on the G, which is the third note of that scale we're working in. Let's move us up over the cello, but under the ambient wind, so I can see it. F sharp, F sharp. Gotta remember that F sharp. Remember the key. There, I've written some atonal and cluster tonals, I'll call them. This is not one of them. All right. Clean this one up. Clean it up. Clean it up. Up. Oh, there we go. Also, if you are not aware, there is a big event coming up in February, at least for me. It's called February Album Writing Month. The goal is to write 14 songs in 28 days, 14 and a half on leap years. You don't have to write 14 songs. You don't have to write ballads. You don't have to write instrumentals. You don't have to write anything. All songwriters, in whatever form they express their music, are welcome. It's a personal challenge, really, but we post to be accountable to ourselves. In the end, if you post a short lyric, you have won the challenge. That is fawm.org. I'll put it in the chat. The site opens on the 15th. There you go. The site opens on the 15th. If you are already subscribed, you will get an email letting you know when it's open. If you're not, go ahead and go to the website. You can put your email address in and set up a quick profile. I will be participating in February Album Writing Month. And I'll be doing some lives, some live song sprints, skirmishes they call them, where they give you a topic and you have 1 hour to create. Let's hear what we got so far. Francisco. Good morning, Francisco. So lovely to see you. Always happy to see your smiling, waving stuff. Make that in F sharp. I like that. I like that. I'm going to do something weird here. Let's take that audio track down there. Change instrument. It's really loud, I know, but we need to give it some motion. It's taking too long to get where I want to go. God, that's a good sound, isn't it? That's very satisfying. Actually, I'm gonna chop this down. Do one measure of it and repeat the stuffings out of it for what I need. Because I like the sound of that measure, and we only need one measure because it's going to be the same sound over and over again. All right, I'm going to give it a listen from the start and see where I'm going. what's coming next. Do you? We're going to put it in here. We're going to go bump. A virtual instrument track. Move it up here over the master. And we're going to... Isn't that awesome, Jeff? Doesn't it give you, change instrument, and let's not bass, brass. I'm gonna put French horns in it because it's just that kind of day, French horns. We love the French horns. Yeah, let's try that. Let's just see how that sounds first. Yeah, that's gonna be our French horn part. Let's arm the track. Let's the French horns. This is sounding kind of what? Lord of the Rings-ish, kind of. Like, they're on their horses riding across this big field down in New Zealand, and the drone's got the camera and all that other stuff. Yeah. It's giving me chills. I'm liking it. Now I gotta do this little quantizing thing. And granted, I could do all this electronically, but I don't know. I like doing it manually. I really do. It gives me a good feeling. That tonight's gonna be a good. So yeah. Yeah. Wispy field in Scotland somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Someplace it's not raining and it's not snowing. Okay, let's take a look at this before I get too far into it. Actually, I want it to go here. And what I will hope to do, what I'm hearing here, is to continue all of this stuff and continue building it, adding instruments to it, and then bring in the high violins and the strings. I mean, the high violins and the upper brass. Da 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 da. I watched the first 3 Star Wars movies yesterday, so I'm in a very John Williams-y kind of mood. I think that's why the French horns have made an appearance today. Okay, I need to look at this. This whole section can move to there. And this can move. looks good. This one's a little off, so. I think I'll leave let's see how it sounds all together again. Let's disarm this track just because I always forget to do that. This is. Yeah, Star Wars. I was bored. There was nobody live streaming that I really wanted, that I watch. And I had put out all my job applications. I'd done all the housework I could do. I'd done everything in the world. And Tuesday is Pizza Tuesday for my son, so I'd ordered Domino's. And so I sat my happy butt down and just watched Star Wars movies all day. We go back to the familiar when we're in uncomfortable times, don't we? All right. So this is what we got again. Lulling you into this false sense of security. You're like, oh, wow, I'm kind of flying. It reminds me of a songwriting technique that my buddy Curtis King shared with me, that you start way out like a movie. You start way out, and we're coming in now, we're coming down, and in a minute we're gonna see things are getting more and more in focus, so then we start getting this start getting into that. Okay, so things are getting more and more focused, Give your mind time to settle into that. And then all of a sudden, we're zooming in and boom, more detail. I need to clean up those French horns a little better. They're still not exactly where I want them to be. Yeah. What in the world? Oh, I need to take those off of there. Or wait, boom. Let's move those back a little bit. Thank you so much. I just try to share what I hear in my head, because I write what I see in my head. I have synesthesia, so sounds are colors and pictures and feelings, like sensations and emotions. I am a whole body composer, if you want to put it that way. There are some who are technical composers, and they're the math brains. In music, you got two kinds of people. You got math brains, and you got your feelings brains, I guess you call it. I don't know. And that's, I had a lot of trouble with my physics of sound course. For that reason, because I'm not a math brain. I'm a feelings brain. And we had two instructors in the course. We had a music professor and a physics professor from the physics department. And I think that was a good play, because there were some of us who the physics part of it, don't talk math, don't show me numbers. I can't do numbers. I can count to 4 or 3 or various combinations of both, but don't confuse me with all this math stuff. I don't care what the mass of a string is. I honestly don't. I don't need to know the mass of a string to make music. Nothing against people who are the physics brains. Good for you. Little jelly sometimes. A little salty. But, okay, so we got some French horns. We got some timpani. I I said I was going to bring in some brass. I'm wondering where to bring it in. This is moving kind of slow up until now, so let's throw in some upper brass. Excuse me. My voice still isn't back up to par. I've got my winter bronchitis. I catch bronchitis. I get my bronchitis usually around Thanksgiving, and it lasts until Easter, which made it horrible to be a church choir director, because that's busy season. From Christmas to Easter is big stuff, and I would always lose my voice. But all right, so we want to complete this chord we started. The French horns, we had that. We had that, didn't we? Anyway, I don't like that. Yeah, we'll do the trumpet. I don't like that sound. I'm going to change it. I'll put trumpet in later. I don't like that trumpet pad to begin with. So we're just going to do that over and over again. Yeah. And we'll do it in octaves. I was going to do it in octaves. We'll figure that out because I held that one too long. It is fun creating tension in music. And this piece I do not think will have a release. It's just going to push you and push you till the end, I think. Control V. That's a B. There we go. Yeah, that's a C. That's a C. We got our octaves. Let's take this to the bar line. Let's see what we got. Oh, I want to add some more to that. There we go. I like that. I'm not even gonna. There we go. And then we go. And I mean, to me, this is so simple, really. It's so simple to me. And I have to remind myself that it's easy to me because I know how to do it. It's all right. Let's see what we got. 9:53. Things I could do with this. Boy, I've been blasting y'all out with this music, haven't I? Let's cut it down a little bit. There we go. Oh, no. Didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna cut it down a little bit because it's getting close to that time. And I got stuff I gotta do today. A whole lot of nothing. Again, I hate to keep harping on this, but I got a lot going on that I don't. I've shared it pretty much everywhere, but I got a lot going on. Keep me in your prayers. Me and my family, and my grandkitty, my caregiver. I gotta turn this down a little bit so I can hear myself think. It's been a fun morning. As far as I know, I will keep doing this every Wednesday until I get a job. Schedule might change, but I'll keep everybody posted on it. I thank you so much for being here with me today. Like I said at the beginning, your time is your most valuable commodity. And that you choose to spend a little of it with me, watching me sit here and piddle around in a DAW. I appreciate that. I've been posting a lot of daily inspiration things on my TikTok and my Instagram. Today's quote is from Qui-Gon Jinn from Star Wars, but very, very real. It says, where your focus is your reality. What you focus on is your reality. Some days I'm a hammer and everything looks like a nail. Some days I'm a problem solver. What you focus on in the center of your brain is your reality. If you think everything's horrible, then everything's horrible. If you think everything's hopeful, then everything's hopeful. Not to say toxic positivity. We don't just smile and say, oh, it's all fine. But being realistic, we can still be hopeful that things are going to appear, to us. I think that's a good starting place. I'll keep working on this and doing some more stuff with it. Next week, maybe I will drag out some old MIDIs of player piano rolls that I found of songs from the early 1900s, late 1800s, and maybe we'll play around with that kind of stuff. Peace and blessings upon you, upon all you love, upon all who love you. now more than ever, we all need to be open to everything around us and ultra aware of where our head is, where our focus is. What are you looking at? What is absorbing you? Jeff, I look forward to those bass parts. New Jacks, if you're still here, yeah, we're gonna talk. Yeah, let me get past FOM. Oh, thank you so much, Irish Fritz. Thank you so much. I'm hoping after FOM also to start doing some videos, tutorials on how I compose and my view of theory, and I'm hoping those will be helpful to people too. Make yourself smile today. Forget about making anybody else smile. Make yourself smile. And you harm none. Do what you will. Thanks for being here. I love each and every one of you. Leave a comment down below if you replay squad. And yeah, I will see you next week. If I can figure out how to turn this silly thing off. I'm going to go back to this screen, I think.